Our 888s have come time to... What's going on, YouTube fam? Just want to let you guys know today we are changing the tires that you guys all love so much. The R888s, not the R888Rs, the R888s have come time to expire. The inside wall of the tire is absolutely shot. I'm going to show you guys that in 1 second. We are going to be doing 255 35 by 18. We're keeping the same wheels for now. We will be changing those sometime in the future down the line, probably at our next tire change. But for now, we are going to change the tires on the Evo. Now, these are 275 40 by 18. They're a little bit husky on the car, as you guys have seen. Here's a picture for all of you guys to enjoy. All right, you guys see that picture right over there? It's pretty beefy, but that does a number on the inner wheel well, the fender liner, whatever you want to call it. It rubs everywhere. You get this crazy zapping noise every time you go over a bump in the freeway. So here's what it looks like, you guys. Car's about to go up in the air. The inside wall is absolutely toast, as you guys can see. And that isn't exactly very safe if you're traveling the speeds that we travel to on our channel. So we got my boy over here, Mark. He's gonna take this car up into the air and unmount these tires from the wheels. And you guys are gonna see the new ones right over here. I'm gonna walk over. I got a smile on my face because if you guys are classics of the channel, I had the same tire on the Viper. There they are. So it looks like a racing slick. That's because it is a slick tire, actually. It is DOT approved. I find these to be the stickiest tires that I've tried. I've tried 888Rs, I've tried Mickey Thompson's, I've tried Hoosier A7s. These seem to be the stickiest ones, and they last a pretty decent amount of time, but these are the ones that I pick for all of my cars. They're not too friendly with the rain, obviously. In the rain, you'd want to have tires like this, but obviously this is not a rain-driven car. Is the Evo? It's more so a, you know, straight line kind of car. And these are also great for turns. It's an autocross tire, but it is very, very sticky for drag. As you guys can see, these are the measurements of depth right over here. That's all you're going to get. And 255, 35, 18. We're going to get these puppies put on. Give them a few runs around the street and you know, give it a nice launch and see how these things stick. So stay tuned. We're gonna get these tires mounted, and I want you guys to comment and let me know which you think is a better visual presentation. Forget about the performance visually. I'm gonna put a before and after. You guys just saw the before. I'm gonna put them in the exact same position, before and after, so you guys can tell me what you think about the visual presentation of the RRs against the 888s right over there. And that's Tosh right over there. Say hi. All right, guys, so Marquis is doing the last wheel right over here. As you guys can see, you have to shave off the old tire weights, is what he just did. And the new tire weights will go on to make these things perfectly in balance, obviously. And this is Taj. Taj, what's going on, man?
Good.
You're not helping today?
Yeah, my kiss is gonna help out. You got this.
All right. So we've got 2 of them completed here. The 3rd one's up there. The 4th one is already mounted onto the wheel. I want to show you guys the before and the afters. So this here, as you guys saw earlier, is what the tire looks like. The sidewall over here is the outside. As you guys can see, it's still very meaty. But the inside is quite torn apart right over here. These tread lines are supposed to go to the inside wall. They did not, obviously, because it's worn out. These probably have another couple 100 miles on them, but we're not going to risk it. It's not worth these things blowing out. They're not run flats by any means, and they're extremely noisy tires. I mean, as you guys know, I like my peace and my quiet while I drive. That's why I got the stock muffler on the car with an exhaust cutout. But the reason why the inside wall wears down so much more than the outside wall is because we had a really aggressive camber on the car. We had a 4-degree camber on this thing. The tires were pretty much slanted, as you guys have noticed and commented many times. I did adjust the camber on it already. It's very easy to do that. The camber adjustment is just these 4 Allens right here. It's a number 5 Allen. You loosen them, you slide them over this way, and it makes your camber more aligned. If you put them towards the inside of your car, then the camber becomes more aggressive. So before, the tires were sitting out like this. Now they're going to be sitting straight. And that's the reason why the inside wall of the tire was so screwed up. It's because of the extremely aggressive camber that we had. Now, the side wall on these tires are substantially smaller. This is a 35 wall, that's a 40 wall. So it's not gonna have that massive stubby look that you guys are used to seeing. But nevertheless, that does mean the tires will be spinning faster, okay? So take into account what that means. That means a smaller tire means it spins more times. So for a 4-cylinder like my car, for the reason this car is built as a quarter-mile car, it's beneficial. You don't want to have taller tires. Rotational mass is a real thing, and when you have smaller tire like this, they spin faster. I mean, it's not like you gain horsepower, but it does affect your quarter-mile in a drastic way. So that's why you see a lot of cars like Camaros and Corvettes that put like a 15-inch tire in the rear, not only for the stickiness of it, but also for the rotational mass of the tire. So that's the reason for that. Here is obviously the tire. It's a slick. Let's call it a slick for what it is. You know, call a spade, and this is a slick as a slick. These are the dots that you see right over here. As you can see, this is how you could tell if the tire is worn down or not. They're not very friendly rain tires, but they're great for when it's dry. And luckily here in SoCal, it don't rain too much, so we're in good shape. And yeah, we're gonna get these things mounted on. I wanna show you guys the before and after. You guys saw what it looked like before. We're gonna put a side-by-side comparison, and you guys comment which ones you like more appearance-wise on the Evo. So for you lurkers who have been thinking about buying merch, kind of questioning it, we have a few more items left. We've got, I think, some mediums and some larges. I know all the extra larges are sold out in every hoodie color, every t-shirt color. We have a couple different sizes of mediums and larges left. Make sure you guys grab them while you can. Once they're gone, they're gone. We're not gonna get this line back ever again. This is a one-time thing, so please make sure you guys grab them while you can. We are coming out with more merch in the future. It will be probably, I'd say, in about a month and a half or so. So make sure you guys save up and stay tuned for that as well. But in the meantime, I'm going to get these wheels back on and show you guys what the Evo looks like with its new pair of shoes on. We're also excited to not have an issue rubbing the fender liner, which is currently non-existent, as you guys could see. We don't have any type of fender liner. This here is what they call the oil cooler. We don't have anything protecting the oil cooler from flying rocks and chips, which is why it looks the way it does. So once I source a fender liner, I'm probably going to want to change this guy out and put something a little bit more decent that doesn't have damage on it. Every time these sticky tires turn like this, it kicks forward to rocks and it gets caught up in here. Obviously, this is a disaster in here, but you know what? We're here to make this car perfect, and in so doing, it does require us to get some fender liner. All four of the fenders, as you guys can see, are destroyed. This one right over here is in fair condition. The bottom half right over here is non-existent. This will definitely have to be replaced in full and get something more appropriate for this car. Also, we're going to be putting an undercarriage on it, only because I don't like going at high speeds without any kind of wind surface protection underneath. It's good to channel the wind out and not let it go up to your engine. Yeah, it's a disaster. And then the rear wheels have this one is just entirely gone. It's supposed to be something going in from here all the way throughout. Looks like we have half of it over here. Seems like it's enough. It's trying to be there. It's trying to be there, but it's definitely not. So yeah, this is a real thing, ladies and gentlemen. The fender liner is gone. So we're gonna get that replaced, all four of them. Stay tuned for that on a future vlog. All right, you guys, so I finally made it back home and the car drives awesome. It's extremely quiet. The ride is very soft. I really enjoyed it so far. It's only been 5 or 6 miles I've driven the car, but I gotta tell you guys, I got in the freeway, I went about 80 miles an hour and the car is dead silent. Drivability and comfort while driving is very important to me. I've talked about it multiple times, which is why I've got a very quiet muffler on the car. It's a stock muffler. I hit the switch and opens up to pretty much an open turbo. And that's what I love about this car. It's very drivable. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like now. It is my daily driver. The R888s are very sticky tires, but they're extremely noisy. The newer version of the R888 is the R888R. As you guys have heard many times before, it's a great tire as well, but it's also extremely noisy. The Toyo Proxy RRs that we decided to go with are very quiet. Why? Because there is no pattern on the tire. There are 2 lines that go basically throughout the entire tire circumference, I guess you can call it, and the outside and inside walls have dots alongside of them to show you how much tread wear you have left on the tire. Great tire, very sticky. The visual aspect of it isn't as aggressive and bulky as the R888s that you previously saw, but in my humbled opinion, I think it looks better this way. There is a little bit more of a wheel gap, but that's okay because at the end of the day, it is a 4-door, it is a 5-seater. I do like to toss my friends in the back at times and go for rides. With the R888s on a 40 sidewall, it just wasn't possible anymore because the rear would rub against the inner wheel well all the time. So check this out, guys. Here's what it looks like. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like it. Leave your comments below as to what you think about the visual aspect compared to the performance aspect. Keep in mind, this is my daily driver. I like to have the drivability of the car. Before you roast me and say the wheel gap is too big over here, I think it's just right. I think it's going to take some adjusting to get used to on the visual aspect, but it does sit flush. On the front over here, I adjusted the camber that we had. The cambers would shoot away the inside wall, as you guys saw earlier, of the R888s. There it is. It's still got a bit of a camber. You don't want to have a 0-degree camber because that's going to destroy your handling, but this will help the longevity of these tires quite a bit. So check this out, guys. And there we have it. That is the walk around on the new tire setup on Toyo Proxy RRs. These are the 255 35 by 18s. All right, so I'm going to show you guys what it looks like down low. Can't wait to hit it in first gear and watch this thing not spin. It's gonna be awesome. All right, make sure you guys comment your thoughts on the new setup. Let me know if you guys like it. Just as a reminder, make sure you guys subscribe. Really appreciate all the support. I will see you guys on the next video.